Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome if you are new here. So today's video is going to be a how to survive the first trimester, my first trimester pregnancy must-haves. And I mean must-haves because without these things, I don't know how I would have survived my first trimester. If you guys don't know, I'm currently 19 weeks pregnant. I'll probably be 20 weeks pregnant when this video goes live. If you saw my first ever pregnancy vlog, which I will link here and in the description box down below, I struggled, guys. I struggled a lot in my first trimester. It was really, really tough. So these are the things that got me through my first trimester, and actually I have to admit now in my second trimester I'm using actually quite a lot of these products as well. So I will get straight into the video and I'll let you know what I've been using. So I've got a list on my phone which I will get up now. Every single thing that I mention I will try and link down below, or I'll link something similar if I don't have exactly the right thing, but you'll find most of this stuff on Amazon. Most of the stuff that I got from Amazon, so yeah, I'll link everything down below if you wanted to just have a quick link to the right stuff for your first trimester, because trust me, you're gonna need some of it at least. Okay, so the first thing that I've actually got on still now, I spoke about them in my pregnancy vlog, are the seasickness nausea bands. So they're seasickness and morning sickness, they're for both. And I've still got them on now to this day, and they are these little bands here. I'll take them off really quickly. I've got a bit of a dodgy fake tan job going on, so I'm just trying to hide that as much as I can. So these are the bands. If I turn them inside out, they've got this little nub here, and that goes on a pressure point in your wrist, and apparently the acupressure from that stops you from being as sick. And I have to say, they work. I cannot believe they work, but they actually work. So I'm still using them now, and it's week 19/20, so yeah, I definitely really recommend these. I am not one to believe in that kind of stuff, but genuinely it works. Like when I was in my first trimester and I was really struggling with sickness like every single day, it wouldn't stop me being sick, but it would just stop me being sick as much. And that genuinely was a win, especially where I was going to work and trying to hide the fact that I was pregnant. The only thing that I would say is if you are pregnant in summer and wearing short sleeves, you can't hide these. And if you've been pregnant, you probably know what these are. So that's just the only thing. Luckily enough, I was in my first trimester. It was still really cold, so I was wearing long sleeves and I was able to hide the nausea bands. But genuinely, if you're gonna get anything from this video, get these. The next thing on my list is a multivitamin. So I've been using the Pregnacare, and I have to admit these are the multivitamins. It's got so many vitamins in them. I don't know if you can see, if I put that there, how many it's got. It's got 19 different vitamins in them. The most important ones for me was the folic acid and also the vitamin B6. They are the ones that everyone has been telling me to use, and since I've been using them, oh, I tell you now guys, to get through the first trimester you need these. Again, the only thing with the Pregnacare ones is they are quite big tablets. I'll show you now. They're quite large tablets. And if you are suffering from morning sickness, which let's face it, you probably are, then they're quite hard to swallow, I would say. And you're supposed to take these on a full stomach, and I have to admit, when I was in my first trimester, I was hardly ever on a full stomach because I could barely eat anything. So that is just one thing to consider. I think they do the gummies, they do the chewy versions, so that is also something worth looking at. The next thing on my list is a water bottle, and not just any water bottle, guys. You need a water bottle that's got the times on. Oh, you probably can't see, hold on. Can you see? Is that gonna focus? But basically, this water bottle has got all the times on it. So it goes from 9 AM to 1 PM and then again from 2 PM to 6 PM. And it tells you obviously how much water you should be drinking. I cannot tell you how important drinking water is during your pregnancy. It's boring and it's probably a bit of a cop-out, but you need a good water bottle like this. I love this because you can just sip on it, and it's just so easy to just have on your desk at work or whatever you're doing. If you're working, if you're not working, have this near you, and it will just encourage you to drink. In my first trimester, the first few weeks that I started to feel sick, I wasn't drinking as much water as I should have because I felt like the water would make me more sick. So not true. If anything, it helps you not be as sick. And it definitely helps with those headaches as well. Definitely, definitely, definitely get yourself a water bottle that has times on it, because it will just help you keep track of how much you're drinking and make sure that you're drinking enough when you're pregnant. The next thing I don't actually have with me because I don't need them anymore because I'm in my second trimester, but in my first trimester, these were an absolute pregnancy lifesaver. So in my first trimester, I definitely couldn't eat as much as I would normally eat, barely anything actually. So things like plain digestive biscuits or plain crackers, or like maybe like a bit of a cheesy cracker, that was what I lived on a lot of the time. Like, you have to realise if you don't eat, if you feel sick and you just don't eat, then you aren't lining your stomach and you're just going to feel sick anyway and not have anything in your stomach. So this is probably a bit too much information, but if I had an empty stomach and and even to this day actually, if I have an empty stomach and hadn't ate anything, I would just bring up bile, you know, that horrible yellowy acid. It's horrible, disgusting. Even thinking about it now makes me feel a bit ill. Horrible. If I had like a cracker and a biscuit inside me, it would probably suppress that sickness a little bit at least. Another thing on the nausea relief is the magic of ginger. So random, I don't know how this works, but the magic of ginger seems to suppress sickness for whatever reason. So things like ginger beer and ginger nut biscuits helped me massively. I would say with the ginger beer though, go on the milder side, so you can get like a really fiery one. That is a no-go for me. It might work for you, but for me it just really didn't work. The cheap one you can get from Tesco is super good. It worked really well for me. I'd have it in the evenings instead of like a glass of wine, I'd have a ginger beer. And the ginger nut biscuits, so I really liked dipping these in milk and then eating them, not drinking the milk but just dipping them in the milk. Really weird, but it just seemed to help me suppress my nausea, so that's just something to consider. If you're struggling with morning sickness, then ginger seems to do the trick. So yeah. The next thing on my list is a product. I don't have it with me because I haven't used it in a while, but the next thing that I've got on my list is Rennie, and I don't know if you've heard of this. It's basically a heartburn relief tablet and it's safe during pregnancy. So it's like a little pill sort of tablet thing that you put in your mouth and you just chew it and it sort of disintegrates into your mouth, and it tastes like minty, relieves heartburn and indigestion, and it's actually just really good. So if you are feeling a little bit sick and you just ate and you think, oh, that's probably the food that's done that and I shouldn't have ate that much or whatever, then using the Rennie tablets, just one after your meal, was a really good way of, one, getting rid of the taste of the food because it's peppermint or spearmint, you can get different flavours, and also it just relieves that heartburn and sort of lets you carry on with your day. So yeah, that was a massive win for me. The next thing on my list, and these are moving on from morning sickness and health stuff to clothing type stuff. The next thing on my list were these bra extenders. So in your first trimester, you haven't got like a massive bump, but you are sort of bloated and you feel a bit uncomfortable in your normal clothes, or at least I did anyway. My bras were too uncomfortable, but I didn't want to buy maternity bras in a small size because I knew that I'd have to have a bigger size later on. So I got these bra extenders which just work by going on the back of your bra, and it just extends your current bras by 3 hooks. So I guess you just go up like a size, you know what I mean, like, so if you were a 34C, this would be like a 36C, I guess. It worked really well for me in the first trimester, I think, and they're so cheap. These were £2 from Primark and you get 3 in there. I mean, perfect. I'll link some bra extenders down below as well, because these ones were from Primark, but I know that we can't go to Primark right now, so maybe I can find some on Amazon for you. The next thing, obviously, are leggings, and in your second trimester you will need maternity leggings, or in your third trimester you'll definitely need maternity leggings. But in your first trimester, if you're not a legging person, then you'll need to buy some leggings. I'm not a legging person and I had to buy some leggings, but I didn't want to buy maternity leggings because they would still be massive on me. So I just bought some normal ones. I bought mine from H&M and I'll link the exact ones that I got down below in my first trimester. I rate them massively. They're thick, they are not see-through in the slightest, and they're the best leggings. Like, I will buy them again post-pregnancy because they are just so comfortable and so thick and like really good quality leggings basically. When I say thick, they would be thick enough to wear in winter but also thin enough, I think, to wear in the summer. So I think they're just really versatile and really worth the money. The next thing on my list is the best thing that I had in my first trimester, but also still now, is the Pregnancy Plus app. So I just love this. I've got an iPhone, so you can definitely get it on iPhone, but I think you can probably get it on Android as well. And it is the Pregnancy Plus app, and you've probably seen this little picture already. This is obviously a picture of what the baby actually looks like, and it goes into lots of detail about what developments are happening from the early stages when it looks like a little nubbin of nothing. I'll go to like the first few weeks of how the baby would look like. It was so strange to see it developing from that early stage, and when you don't feel pregnant but you can see it on the screen, it really does help you sort of visualize it. So for example, that is what the baby looked like at week 7. I mean, weird, right? And then if you move on to week 10, that's what the baby looks like. And it also, you can also do it to scale. So for example, week 10, if I did it to scale, that was the exact size of the baby. I mean, come on, that is tiny. And then moving on to like week 12, and I'll do it to scale, it has moved up to that much, still tiny. But if I then go to what my size is now, week 19, and do it to scale, it's like too big for the screen, obviously. So yeah, it kind of, you can see exactly what the baby looks like. Obviously you can choose like different kind of babies and like different shapes and all that kind of stuff. But also if you click on the little information button, it tells you what is developing that week. So for example, this week the sleep patterns are more regular for my baby. The next thing is the reproductive organs are fully there, so know if it's a boy or a girl, and it's also gaining weight and developing in the right way and all that kind of stuff. So each week it will tell you what the developments are. It also has lots of nice blog posts on there about what to expect week by week. I just found it really useful, and especially if it's your first pregnancy and you don't know what to expect, this is a really good app, and I highly recommend it. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This was my how to survive the first trimester, my first trimester pregnancy must-haves. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that it was useful to some of you. I'll be doing a how to survive the second trimester, my second trimester must-haves, in a few weeks when my second trimester is finished. So I'll do that probably on week 27. So yeah, that will be coming soon as well. I couldn't recommend any of these products more, honestly. They helped me survive, and I mean it, they really did. If you want to get any of this stuff, especially whilst we're in the UK lockdown, then I've linked everything down below. But I just genuinely, like, you should just get them all, and you will have a much better first trimester pregnancy than I did. But I hope you all have a fabulous day, and I'll talk to you again in the next video. Bye guys.